my work for supporting in her, it kind of comes down to this sort of respect and wanting somebody to, to be who and what they want to be.
Right.
Right. And if your idea of masculinity is sort of subjugating other people,
Right.
right, your idea of the woman that fawns all over, well, that's a great sort of sexual fantasy role play, or however you want to say that. But if that's how you think you got to live your life, that they've got to bow to your every one, I don't think much of that.
Yeah.
I don't think much of that is whether it's just masculine or even feminine or anything like that. If you live your life with the idea that other people have to change or do whatever to accommodate your particular worldview, I don't think much of that.
Right.
I
Right.
find that so interesting what both of you have said there, because I very much heard this, something that, again, I think is truly counter to what the current narrative is for the young men that are out there. It is very much more of a, when you walk into the room, you can control it.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens in that room that isn't your fucking say, because you the boss.
That's funny.
And what y'all are saying is the exact opposite. In fact, it is this. Where you see this masculinity coming from is much more about purposefully opening up this space and providing this room for people to actually be able to grow into it, as opposed to just shutting them down.
Right.
That is really fascinating. It's very, very counter, I think.
Here's I guess this is kind of interesting too, in this is I think about I dated a woman for a while that has a PhD, right? And we talked, and when we were talking about prior experiences dating and things like that, she actually, when filling out her online profile, would debate whether or not she wanted to include that she had a PhD or not, because some guys just couldn't handle the fact that she was so smart.
Yeah.
And I thought, how much fucking, that was just mind-boggling, right? It's mind-boggling that would be something she'd have to consider. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, the reality is that she gets to a point where, hey, if you can't handle that I have a PhD, you're probably not the guy I'm interested in anyway.
Yeah.
Right? But I kind of think about that, where it's just, and this is one of the things that I think about sort of at work, right? I feel very fortunate enough that the people I've worked with now for a number of years, we have our ups, we have our downs. Some I like more than I like others. I figured out how to work with all of them. And here's the other thing too. As a general rule within that group, my success doesn't have to come at your expense.
Right.
Gary achieving something fantastic doesn't mean I suck.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't matter. And if I can help you get there, that's great. If I have to give a little to help you get there, that's great too, because rising tide, all boats, the success of our group, our company, whatever, is better for all of us. Now, sometimes things happen where people lose out, where you may win a promotion that I wanted, but I didn't get. Those things suck. But as a general rule, and this I think is sort of core at a lot of problems we see in society today with like equal rights and DEI and things like that is my success has to come at your loss. Winners, losers, it all, right?